So people, connection, direction, and length of arm. Let's have a look at this trail arm and what's really going on with the trail arm. A lot of people are really confused. There's a lot of misinformation out there. We're gonna have a look at what the right arm, the trail arm, is really doing in the downswing. First off, we're gonna have a look at connection. Reconnecting the right arm inside of this arm, this tricep, to the body in the downswing. This is gonna bring a little bit of a pulling effect that has a wonderful chain reaction on your swing. Then we're gonna have a look at the direction of the arm, and then we're gonna have a look at the length of the arm. Now this pulling motion, this reconnecting of the arm back into the body does a whole bunch of things. Now we've seen it with just about every single player in the history of the game. I've been showing people the lag wall, getting inside the correct side of the wall in the downswing. So this is affecting 90% of the amateur golfers out there. This will be affecting you most likely. Have a look at the right arm of the professional golfer here in the backswing on the outside of the lag wall, and watch as he pulls the arm down and reconnects the trail arm to the body. Have a look at the amateur player here. Now people, watch this, the amateur player, no reconnecting, and this is the thing with the amateur players, they're leaving the arms out. The arms have to, this has to be a pulling effect here. The arms have to move down and get back into the side of the body. This is going to give you shaft lean, this is going to help you slot your downswing. We've seen so many of the great players reconnecting here, the arm back into the ribs. It doesn't matter if it was Nicklaus or it's Tiger Woods, the wide backswing, they reconnect and get this arm back into the side. Now, in the video coming up, I'm going to show you a great drill how to immediately get this into your swing. This is going to help you in a lot of different directions. When we see amateur players, we tested thousands and thousands, filmed 40,000 amateur golfers with high-speed cameras, and we have data collected and analyzing the arms and the body. When we see amateur players, what they tend to do from the top is they leave the arms up. They leave the arms, or the arms are too far away from the body. It causes casting, it causes directional issues, and it causes the right arm to come in very, very high. And when we have this, we have to do all sorts of things to manipulate that club head. Now, when we create a pulling effect and this reconnection of the arm against the body, we have what we call a positive chain reaction of events. You're given a whole bunch of great things in your golf swing, especially in and around impact, to help you become more consistent. So guys, this is the best connection drill. This is the best way you can feel and program this move to stop standing up and flipping it if you want to get consistency, or that consistency of strike. Now, I've teed up 3 balls, just taking the liberty to do that. Let's have a talk and have a look at what's going on here. Now, what we want to do is we want to get up, take your address position, take like a 9 or an 8 iron, get to the top of your swing, and you're going to bring the arm down. It's going to reconnect to your body. Now, when you do this, guys, I'll do it from this side here. It's going to reconnect. What we want to do is keep these hands quite close to your right leg, your right arm's nice and low, right? Now, you're going to have the arm. See where my arm is there? It's not out here. You know, all these information about bringing the arms out here. How many times we've seen great players with the arm just slightly behind the body here? In fact, with players like Oosthuizen and McIlroy at times, we see it quite a long way behind. And these players are able then to straighten the arm, or throw the arms, really the hands of the arms out, and just get around the corner and still hit it pure. Right? So if you're a player that's back in here and you're trying to get out here, you might be putting the cart in front of the horse there. So guys, if you think you know the golf swing, have a look at this, because for a lot of you out there, I'm going to show you some things that you haven't seen before. Now, when we're looking at players coming down, everyone thinks that the right elbow, the trail elbow, has to be way out in front of the body here. Now, what we're seeing with some of the world's best ball strikers, I mean, McIlroy's the best driver of the golf ball in the world, one of the best drivers of the golf ball ever. It's absolutely unbelievable. Have a look at Oosthuizen and how far his elbow's behind his body. Now, you see that and you think, right, you know, this is what my online legends do. They see that and they, oh, I have to get rid of that. You can't get rid of that, right? If you're coming down and really your right elbow's higher than the left here, if that's the case, you're going to have a tough time. So what this type of player is going to do, they're going to sort of throw the arms at it, and around impact, the arm's going to be very straight. So they're going to throw the arms around the corner and straighten the arms. Now, if you look at someone like Adam Scott, who's got amazing flexibility in this shoulder joint, people with what we call external rotation, they're able to bring the right elbow underneath. Right? You see that? You see the difference? Now, when people have that ability, they're going to bring the club out a lot more in front of them. For people that come down and the right elbow's higher or level, it's going to be often behind them more. So you've got to understand what style of swing you're working with. Where's your strength? What are you working on? Are you working on the good stuff? So this is an area of the swing when we see professional golfers, when we see their ability to get this elbow, like physically, a lot of people can't do that. Right, so you got to know what you're working on. So this is a really interesting area, guys. You don't have to have your arms out in front of your body. You just have to know what you're doing. I see a lot of people with my online lessons, they're trying to fix the one thing that's really holding their swing together. Like for a lot of amateurs that are standing up, and probably over 90% of amateurs stand up, and they're trying to fix it, but of course you're going to stand up if your arm's out here, otherwise you're going to chunk it, right? So it's unconsciously your body's fixing up the mistake of this being too wide, because that's how we got to pull this thing in here. And when you try this drill, you'll probably hit it thin. So when amateurs start to use the right arm more effectively, they hit it thin, then you can stay down, right? Then you can actually stay down or even lower down. Like the tour average is 3 inches of movement down, because when we actually get the arm in a great place and get the shaft lean, it actually shortens the radius of the swing. So this place, this field, this arm, getting it to reconnect is such a big thing. Let's have a look at this drill. Take a 9 or an 8 iron, get to the top, swing down, reconnect the arm, and just pump the arms a couple of times, and then give it a hit. All right, do it again, up to the top. Just feel what your body's doing. Feel this arm up to the top of the swing. Pull the arms down. All right, get it into the side here. You can really feel the arm. I want it to reconnect. I want you to physically feel contact here. Pump the arms a couple of times. Once you've got that position, 1, 2, give it a hit. And guys, this is a powerful way to create more shaft lean, more speed, and just bring your arms into the position where great players are. So guys, I want to show you something that you wouldn't have seen before.
Voted best swing analysis and best online instruction by several independent surveys. World-class golf instruction is transforming thousands of golfers at every skill level. Do not miss out. This video platform has over 1,400 videos and 85 separate masterclass series. The most structured and detailed video platform ever created, improving golfers on average between 4 and 11 shots. Join the chat room and join the community of world-class golf instruction. This is golf instruction that you've never seen before. The proven PGA corridors, factual evidence-based material. Unleash your true potential with the cutting-edge swing analysis technology. Experience the thrill of progress with the state-of-the-art practice programs and specialized golf fitness plans. Best information available.
I want to show you one of the secrets to the downswing here. And it's about straightening the right arm. And this has amateurs absolutely baffled, completely fooled. When we have a look at the right arm as it slowly straightens in the downswing, it's either going to point at the ball or slightly outside the ball. When we're looking at the best ball strikers in the world, it makes sense to look at great ball strikers. Okay. Now the arm won't be completely straight at impact, but we know for a fact that this helps shallow the plane. It brings the arms into the slot position. Now the right arm will just be slightly bent at impact. But for so many amateur players, and I'll show you some of those in a moment, they just don't understand this move. You've got to understand how your downswing works. This is why people are getting stuck and coming steep and all sorts. The arms only just slightly bent. Really an amazing position here. But with so many amateurs, they're riding in really high with this right forearm. Look at that. Tips the club over. It ruins your wrist alignments here, people. And player after player, most of the guys are just practicing this. What we're going to do is have a look at how to get this right arm, or talk about what it does, get this right arm in the correct position. It's just one of the key elements for great ball striking. So guys, have a look at my right arm here. Now watch this, okay? See the club head is in front of my hands here, see how the club head's pointing up? Watch this here, okay? I'm gonna bring my hands down. Watch what happens to the plane of the club when I straighten my right arm. Okay, look at that. Bring the right arm up, straighten the right arm. Okay, now the right arm's just slightly bent, but obviously for a lot of amateur players, as they're leaving the arms up as they turn, they really come in with a high right forearm. All of them just about. Now, what we want to be able to do here is get this right arm closer, your hands lower and closer to your right leg. All right, so the drill that we're going to look at here is simple. We're going to bring the hands in really close to the right leg. Now, it makes sense, right? If I put the golf ball here, and we looked at this in a video recently, I see people doing this drill, and it probably does, it's a shame for the people. It drives me crazy, right? So they get here, the golf ball's on the ground, and they're doing this drill, right? So the arm's up here, and it's like they're hitting the ball off a chair or off a stool or something up here, and they're practicing that. And when they're practicing the drill, they're doing that, the arms are going to straighten. There's going to be some straightening here. I'll just grab my phone here for a second. Have a look at this, because this is a really good visual effect. You're going to have a little bit down the bottom here. It's going to be a little bit of pushing. The arms are going to get long, but your right hand's going to stay down. And when you see the face of my mobile phone or cell phone there, see where that right hand is. Now, if you're getting the arms to be long down here, but you've still got that, look at the club face. It's pointed down. And the other way, of course, and you guys know how much I use the hanger and love it in my own training. I get this on, so it's a couple of finger widths away. And when I just bring it down, I just simply have the hanger touching my forearm, and that does it anyway. And I like to practice with that because I like to feel that move. And like every week, there's a discount code in the description box underneath. One of the drills that you can do, it's really interesting, and we call it static positional training, and we're going to have a look at that right now. So guys, here we go. This is what we do. All right, you take your address position. Now I want you to put your hands opposite your right leg. Now I want a really good angle in this wrist. Okay, so I want to almost get a right angle here, but I want your hands really, really low. Okay, so I want to get your hands just above the top of your right knee. Now you can see how long my arm is, and I might be just slightly exaggerating there, but hey, that's what we do when we practice and use drills. All right, so we take the position. All right, and if you came into impact, you'd be here, you're looking at that, and then you just hold it there for a second and picture that, all right, feel where that hand was, and then give it a hit, all right? Do it again. So get the arms nice and long around this position here, all right? I'm just above my right knee. They won't be probably that far down when I hit, but I want to do that. I've got the face pointed down, I've got the mobile phone. I just look at that position and recreate, picture that, and then move down then through the golf ball and give it a hit. And you can really picture it as you're swinging. And this is this static positional type of training. It supplies you with a feel so that when you hit, you can reconnect to that picture or that feel. Very interesting way, this right arm, getting the arm to be long but maintaining an angle in this wrist here is a really important part of how we practice instead of practicing or using drills incorrectly. So people, let's talk direction of the arms for so many of you out there. All right, let's talk about this initial downswing move and the direction of the arms. Now, if I take my address position here, right, and I've got 6 o'clock on this side, 12 o'clock, there's a big clock on the ground, and we're going 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. What I want you guys to do is to take the club away nice and straight here, but get it going between 6 and 7 o'clock. Now, when you're getting up at the top of your swing, I want you to feel like you're starting down in that direction. Almost feel like when you're starting down, if that's the camera there, I want 30 degrees. I want you guys to get the feeling that the club or the hands are moving down more over in this direction, like it's staying from the inside, right? As we're getting the arm to close into the side, I want for so many of you out there, we've got so many people coming in steep, with so many people hitting slices and too many fades for a lot of people out there, getting the club to move down in this direction is going to help so many of you. Now you can get the feeling, you can experiment around, the club won't do this, but you can swing out to 12 and 12, between 12 and 1 for a lot of people. For a lot of people that helps them create more of a draw. Now for advanced players, moving through the ball, you probably won't want to do that. You don't want to get that far out here. You might need to move around a little bit more to the left, keeping a pressure point in here, working the club around a little bit more to the left, and keeping the heel up a little bit with some neck tilt. Then you get really nice dispersion. For people coming over the top, you don't want to work the club around to the left. It's more of an advanced move. But for many of you out there thinking in this fashion, it's really simple, right? Swing out this way if you come in steep and your divots are left. Swing out this way. And for advanced players, work the club a little bit around and under with your head and your neck on the side. That way the moving through the golf ball will get you moving down nicely. A really interesting area when we start to look at the direction of the golf club here, guys.